What did you get wrong last time?
Talk more about what was wrong with the other guy, didn't talk about enough was right about my plan. So you see each and every day I'm laying out plank by plank how we're going to get Ontario back. Right? I talk about how we'll replace the corporate welfare that rewards insiders and leads to corruption with lower fair taxes for all to succeed. 120,000 jobs in that tool alone. I talk about how we can get 200,000 more people, young men and young women particularly, involved in the skilled trades with one simple regulatory change, allowing each journeyman to mentor and train a single apprentice. I mean, that'll create 200,000 jobs right there. And it makes you wonder, this doesn't take a complex piece of legislation. It doesn't cost taxpayers a dime. Actually, it will make money for the province. So it makes you wonder why Kathleen Wynne and Dalton McGuinty or Andrew Horvath never made that change. Okay.
There has been some recent commentary to the effect that you simply can't put a number that specific on each of these tools. Where do you get these numbers from?
Conference Board of Canada, right, we'll give the 120,000. We ask them to look at if you make a change in income tax, business income tax rates. Yeah. What's that mean for jobs? All else constant, that's 120,000. We had independent economists look at our energy policy to say if you stop the expensive subsidies for wind and solar, what does that do to our energy costs and subsequently to industries hiring? That was 40,000 jobs alone. The 200,000 jobs in skilled trades come from the Human Resources Professionals Association, supported by the Chamber of Commerce right there. So this is not only what Hudak says, it's what others with a lot of credibility on these issues say, well, what it'll do for jobs in our province. You total it up, that's 1 million jobs over 8 years. Yeah. I know that sounds like a big number, and it certainly is compared to the record we've seen from the current government, but we hit that level and then some in the 1990s. And I'm confident if we go down this bold new course, we can do it again.
Now you say we hit that level of creation of 1 million jobs over 8 years in the late 90s. That was during the tech boom. It was during the longest period of uninterrupted economic growth in US history. And it was during a period when Mike Harris was laying off fewer public sector workers than you planned to. Like, is it possible to imagine that we could recreate that level of job creation in a very different economic context?
Sure. I'm confident that we can lead North American jobs like we did in the 1990s. Ontario not only led Canada in job creation, we led North America in job creation. The question is, first of all, leaders set bold goals, but they also lay out a concrete plan on how to get there. I've done that, Paul, step by step. You could have economists that will argue on one side or the other of the 120,000 jobs, for example, by having lowest business taxes in North America, right? The lowest taxes on job creation here. That is going to send a powerful signal. We didn't have that in the 1990s. That is going to put us on everybody's list for where they're going to put that new plant or add that new machine.
That 100,000 jobs, I've been asking for a while. What's the denominator? In your platform, you say you've got a little more than 1 million people working in the public sector in Ontario. A lot of those people are working for the federal government. A lot of them are working for municipal governments.
Yeah, it's the broader public sector. Okay. So that's not federal, but the broader public sector, which is, I think, about 1.1 million jobs, according to Stats Canada. So that's the province. That's our 630 agencies, boards, and commissions, municipalities, colleges, universities, hospitals, basically looking at the BPS. And what's remarkable is when people hear 100,000, there's no doubt that is a significant figure. But what's a bigger figure? We've added 300,000 public sector payroll jobs to our province, and we lost 300,000 manufacturing. We're at 1.1 million total on the government payroll. It's just not sustainable. We focused on the wrong type of job creation. We need to be on the private sector job creation. More people working on payrolls of businesses and fewer bureaucrats.
Okay. You're not going to touch police force. You're not going to touch doctors and nurses. Can you reduce municipal employment? Can the provincial government reduce municipal employment?
Municipalities will make choices, right, on how to operate efficiently, but we're going to lead by example. I mean, I'm going to start right at the top. It's not a lot of positions, but it sends the right signal. I'll shrink the size of my cabinet down from 27 to 16 cabinet ministers. I do that for two reasons. One, as I said, leadership starts at the top. Savings can be reinvested in core frontline services. But Paul, having been around the cabinet table in 3 different portfolios, I know the larger the cabinet gets, the more ideas you're going to have to spend money to build empires. I want a lean cabinet focused on smaller government and bigger economy. Cross-border wage freeze, let's not forget about that either. That'll save about $2 billion a year right there. And that's all, that's inclusive across the board, including us as NPPs.